Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 Americans believes in ghosts? Think about that for a moment. With so many haunted houses out there, could you be living in one right now? Moving into a new house is supposed to be a fresh start, a dream come true. But what if that dream quickly turns into a nightmare? What if the walls of your home hide a dark, sinister history that refuses to be forgotten? Today, we're diving into one of the most terrifying and infamous stories of all time, the Amityville Horror. A story about a family whose lives were consumed by something they couldn't explain. A haunting so intense that it drove them out of their home after only 28 days. But before we get to their chilling tale, let me ask you this. What would you do if your dream house came with a price no amount of money could cover, the price of your sanity? Let's begin with a moment that many of us can relate to. The day you move into your new home. The Lutz family, George, Kathy, and their 3 children, were filled with excitement as they unpacked their lives into 112 Ocean Avenue. It was a beautiful Dutch colonial home in the quiet town of Amityville, New York. The perfect place to build new memories. But this house wasn't just any house. Only a year earlier, it had been the site of a gruesome mass murder. Ronald DeFeo Jr. had brutally killed his entire family, his parents and 4 younger siblings, while they slept. The home sat eerily empty for months until the Lutzes purchased it for a suspiciously low price. They thought it was a bargain. Little did they know, they would be paying for it in ways they could never have imagined. At first, it was the little things. The family noticed cold spots in certain areas of the house, even though the heating was on full blast. Doors would creak open on their own, and strange noises echoed in the night, whispers coming from rooms that were empty. George, the patriarch, began waking up at exactly 3:15 a.m. every night, the same time the DeFeo murders had occurred. He didn't know why, but he felt an overwhelming urge to stare out at the boathouse, as if something or someone was there. As the days passed, the activity escalated. Kathy began having vivid nightmares of the murders. She would wake up screaming, convinced that she was being attacked by an unseen force. Their children also started behaving strangely, talking about an imaginary friend who told them secrets about the house. The family dog, Harry, refused to go near the basement, barking and growling at what seemed like thin air. George discovered a hidden room behind a false wall in the basement, painted blood red. It didn't appear on the house's blueprints, and locals claimed it had been used for rituals long before the house was built. On their 28th and final night in the house, the terror reached its peak. Doors slammed shut with deafening force, and shadowy figures appeared in every corner. The walls themselves seemed to vibrate with guttural growls. Kathy claimed she saw a demonic figure with glowing red eyes hovering over her children's beds. George felt as if he was being physically attacked, held down by invisible hands. The family fled the house in the dead of night, leaving behind all their belongings, never to return. The Lutz family's story quickly became national news, sparking curiosity, skepticism, and fear. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren visited the house and declared it to be plagued by an intense, malevolent presence. Photographs taken during their investigation revealed ghostly figures and chilling anomalies, including what appeared to be a small boy peeking out from the shadows. The Amityville Horror remains one of the most famous haunted house stories in history. But whether you believe the Lutz family's account or not, one question remains. What would you do if your dream home turned into your worst nightmare? Would you stay and fight, or would you flee? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our other videos for more spine-chilling stories. Until next time, remember, sometimes the scariest things aren't the ones we can see, they're the ones we can't.